What if the biggest firing in music history never happened? For over 40 years, people have wondered what would have happened if Dave Mustaine stayed in Metallica. And today, we're going to find out. In their early days, Mustaine was an absolute creative tornado, making their sound super complex and aggressive. But his insane personality and drinking were a ticking time bomb for the band, so they fired him right before they got famous. So what if they didn't fire him? We're about to change metal history forever. Alright, picture this. It's 1983. In our reality, Metallica gave Mustaine a bus ticket and kicked him out before recording their first album, Kill 'Em All. But in this timeline, after another huge fight, they somehow make it work. So what changes on their first album? Shockingly, not that much. Mustaine already co-wrote 4 of the biggest songs like The Four Horsemen and Metal Militia. All that raw power, that was mostly him. The huge difference would have been the solos. The guy they brought in, Kirk Hammett, literally had to learn the songs super fast and copied a lot of what Dave was going to do. With Mustaine still in the band, his original, way more insane and vicious solos would be on the album. Kill 'Em All would have sounded completely unhinged, like a pure shot of Mustaine's rage. The album is mostly the same, but you can already see this band starting to crack. This is where everything starts to completely fall apart. We're talking 1984, Ride the Lightning. The album we got was a masterpiece that blended thrash with melody. A lot of that was because of the genius Cliff Burton and the melodic solos from Kirk Hammett. But with Mustaine still in the band, all that melody gets thrown out the window. He already helped write the title track and the Call of Cthulhu, and his focus was on insane riffs and pure technical skill. A Mustaine-led Ride the Lightning would have been faster, harsher, and 100% more technical. So instead of an epic song like Fade to Black, you get an album that's pure, snarling anger, which is exactly what Megadeth became famous for. The fight for control between Mustaine and the rest of the band would have been an all-out war. It would have been an insane album, but it never would have made them the biggest band in the world. By the time they get to what should be Master of Puppets, this band is literally a ticking time bomb about to explode. You have 2 lead personalities, Dave Mustaine and James Hetfield, fighting for control of the band. It would have been an absolute disaster. Can you even imagine Hetfield's personal lyrics about addiction sharing an album with Mustaine's political rage? The masterpiece we know today came from a very specific and fragile chemistry. A version with Mustaine would either be a total mess, or the band would have completely collapsed before they even finished it. I'm calling it right now. There is no way this version of Metallica even makes it to the 90s. The same explosive personality that got him fired in the first place would have made the band implode long before they could have even ever made the Black Album. But the craziest consequence of all of this is so big it changes everything. Megadeth would have never existed. The band Dave started just to get revenge on Metallica, gone, wiped from history. That epic rivalry that made both bands create some of the best metal albums ever, it just disappears. You heard me, one of the big 4 of thrash metal would be totally gone. It's hard to know exactly what would have happened, but the push for super technical, blistering fast songs that Megadeth was known for would be gone. Without Megadeth pushing the limits, the entire world of heavy metal would be completely different and honestly, probably worse. So what's the final verdict? If Dave was never fired, what would have happened? We'd get a Metallica that was crazier, faster, and way more aggressive. They might have been the absolute kings of underground metal, but there is no chance they would have become the biggest band on the planet, like they are today. The perfect chemistry that let them take over the world would have been destroyed. We would have lost the insane rivalry that defined a generation of metal, and worst of all, we would have lost the legendary band Megadeth. It's crazy to think how one of the worst breakups in music led to some of the most legendary albums of all time. Maybe history somehow got it right.